And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great show lined up today. We got big things going down. We got the connections are getting all set up. That's what's going on. We are getting set up for something massive. And I'll tell you what, the news that I'm seeing, I've never seen anything like this at all for 5 years. The biggest of the big banks, this and that, they're all getting hooked up. Amazon's talking about getting hooked up with Ripple for payments. And it's just, I want you to keep something in mind. Get out of the right here, right now mentality. What's happening? Like, how am I going to get rich right now? Like, you're going to get destroyed that way. What we do on Crypto Hulk Show is very simple. We deep dive, and we look at what is really taking place. Then sometimes we zoom up and we look down from like 1,000 feet in the air and we look down. Sometimes we'll get right down on ground level, but it's like, you can't just, it's kind of like, let me use a little funny example. There's a little kid and he keeps messing with the bigger kid and pissing off the bigger kid. And the little kid just keeps doing shit each day. And eventually one day the big kid just beats the shit out of the little one. You know, it's kind of like, don't just think because you can't see it happening now. Oh, something's coming. For all the people that have their hardware wallets, because I got one too, and they got their Caleb and Brown accounts, one of these days, everything skyrockets. That is what I've been seeing. You're not going to be able to predict stuff. Please don't tell me, oh, I'm going to watch it go up. I have a friend that told me one time, when XRP hits $5, he'll invest. I'm showing you at times, and at certain times we're making a lot of money. We don't make a lot of money all the time right now because look, this market's dead. We're in a dead market, and there are times over the past couple weeks, I know people personally that made a lot of money, even in a market like now. And I'll do some digging and find some more stuff here in a little bit. But it's like, there's channels that you don't make any money at all on. I just decided for the fuck of it to try to find some cryptos. Let me tell you what, I made a lot. Okay. Just in a little bit. I was just playing around. Just said, let's try this and try that one. Fuck, dude. I made some good money. Okay. You got to grow up sometimes. Look, not everything you attempt, you'll get. It just doesn't happen. So your mindset is important when you invest and when you do anything. I started lifting weights when I was, it's about 40 years ago. It was like June 12. Oh shit, maybe it has been 40 years exactly. I started lifting weights. I think it was summer. I graduated my freshman year. It was 1985. And I've been working out 6 days a week for 40 years. I think it was like June 12th or something like that, or June 9th or 12th or 15th when we got out for summer break. So I've been doing this shit, lifting weights for 40 years. And it must have taken me 2 years just to kind of get a little bigger. So I go into work out and what? I'm not big or nothing? Oh, shit. Some of you guys are like, oh, I've been working out a week. Why am I not rich now? See what I mean? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? I've been doing this shit for 40 fucking years. Now, as I'm older, I'm not getting bigger or stronger. Now I'm trying to hang on to what I got. So before I was a skinny ass little kid. I was wearing a Gold's Gym tank top. I was skinny. I had no muscles. Let's keep it real. I've shown sometimes pictures of me when I was 13. I was just a stick. A tall stick, skinny kid. And I was wearing this Gold's Gym tank top, and one dude's like, "You got to have muscles before you can wear that tank top." And that hurt. I can still remember it today. But that dude had no idea what he was fucking talking about. Because the shit that I've done physically, I've done amazing shit throughout my career of lifting weights and stuff, where I just am shocked at some of the lifts that I've done. But anyhow, with your crypto, it's kind of like that. Like right now, you're in a market where it's all speculative. And that means it goes up and down. That means we might find a crypto that skyrockets or that dumps. That's just how it goes, right? If you want a sure thing, just sit on your couch and watch TV until you die. That's your sure thing. Okay. I know people that go all in on shit, and you have to be willing to face the consequences. Like my channel, my viewership. Hey, I want to give you the best information I can find. There's going to be a cost for that, and that's called shadow banning. I fully understand that the communist forces are at work. Okay, they don't want you to see information I have because you're going to know how to come up. Okay, there's no other channel like this one that does open shows and all that stuff and teaches you how to make cash like that. Pretty amazing. Okay. You can't always win all the time. That's just not life. Some of you guys are just like really not really grounded in reality. All right. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I think I hit a 425 bench. That was the most I ever did. I was never really strong in a bench press. My friends are doing 455 and shit. And, I just could never get above 425. But then again, they couldn't curl with one arm with a dumbbell of like 105 pounds and do it 3 times. So, you can't be the best at everything. You can only be the best at what you can do, right? And you can only do your best at any given time. What I could do at 36 and 40 years old and 45, it's a little bit tougher now at 55. I can't do it, So I've got to give my best into researching and finding crypto so you can get rich. That's what I'm really trying to do. Trying to do my best. I got to do my best at something. And if I can't do it physically anymore, the shit that I used to do, I still go to the gym 6 days a week for 40 years and do as hard as I can. Not as heavy, but as hard. Whatever I can do, either more reps or whatever it is, I will leave that fucking gym exhausted doing the best that I can. And that's how I do this job right here. I will do my absolute best. I put in, I'm sure, 60 hours a week in this job. And this is something that I take pride in. I don't care if other people take pride in or not. It doesn't fucking matter. It's what I want. See, this whole fucking show is what I want. That's how I do this. This is the kind of show that I would want. Is it like other shows? I don't give a fuck if it is or not. I have no idea. I just don't care. This is a show where, hey, if you're interested, great. And if you're not, you can get the fuck off. There's 3 million shows to watch on the internet. So I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything that I buy. Don't sell anything that I sell. Before every show, I get really fucking high. I snort coke, inject heroin, pop roofies, smoke methamphetamines, or whatever, however you do that. That's what I do. So that's how it's always been on this show. Super drug induced. Anytime I do any kind of text or blog or anything with anything, I'm super fucking high. All right. It's always been like that. Now we got that disclaimer out of the way. Take a look here. First 5 people to show up is not John McAfee, Michael Zajac, Scrim de la Creme, James Moon, Thomas Cox, Daniel Minier or Minier, unless it's French, s'il vous plaît. Oui, oui. William Loham became a 2024 Crypto Explosion member. Radrazar Shadrako, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. John Otwell, 2024 Crypto Explosion. Thane Simmons, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. And we got Jared Willis, Crypto Explosion. Brennan Moore, crypto explosion, the explosion. All righty. Nelson Arroyo, keep buying while you can. Thank you very much for that tax free. Yeah, you know, okay, now look, I'm telling you, I'm like, I bought my cryptos back in 2020, 5 years ago, and I wasn't going to buy any more. But then things change. I learned new stuff. I still got my wallet. I haven't bought and sold on the wallet. Just the last time I put anything on the wallet, the hardware wallet, I think it was like May or June of 2020. So about 5 years ago is the last time I touched that wallet, put anything in it. Recently I got in with Caleb and Brown about 6 months ago, and started buying again. So I'm catching up. So for me, cheap crypto prices, I love it. It's allowing me to buy shit that I didn't think I was going to buy. Now I'm priced out of XRP. I have enough already. I don't know if you could ever have enough, but I'm not going crazy with it. But I spent about 2 months worth of pay a couple years ago. So now it would probably be about 3 months worth of pay if you include inflation type stuff. So about 3 months worth of pay, and nowadays money. Let me get into our article. This is so huge. Let me show you this. Guggenheim Investments. Oh my God. I'm telling you what, everybody, they're getting all ready. These banks, I want you to see what's going on. They know. I want you to look at the news. I want to check something here real quick. Oh, you know what? Breaking news. Oh, shit. Let me read off some here. This is kind of interesting. USD Circle is now live on the XRP ledger. This means that the USD Circle stablecoin issued by Circle is now natively available on the XRP ledger. Oh man, I'm telling you, everybody. Allowing developers, institutions, and users to directly access and utilize it without the need for bridges. Are you seeing this, everybody? Oh man. Oh, what? This announcement came on June 12th, so we're probably talking yesterday. Marks a significant step for both Circle, which runs on Stellar. Now I think Circle that runs on Stellar is now running on the XRP ledger. You know, it's not running on the Bitcoin ledger. It's not running on the Ethereum ledger. Oh, man. This is truly amazing. I'll get into this article here in a second. But yeah, let me take a look at that one. The integration was announced yesterday. For Circle, it extends USDC's reach to another major blockchain, bringing its regulated and transparent stablecoin to the XRP ledger's established user base. See, we knew something was up on this channel. I told you. Now, I kind of had a feelings, nothing more than feelings. Crypto, stop singing. What did I tell you about 2-3 weeks ago? have a feeling that maybe Ripple's going to buy Stellar or Ripple's going to buy Circle or something shit like that. Remember how I kept showing you all these articles where Ripple's moving into small to mid-size enterprise shit, right? Yeah, Crypto Hulk. Now, I don't know everything, but I was showing you a lot of articles and sharing a lot of feelings with you that I think something's going on with XRP and Circle and shit like that, huh? And I kept reading the articles about how Ripple is getting into small to mid-size enterprise. Yeah, uh-huh. And wait a second. I think no, not it. Somehow. I'm looking at my Zoltar. Oh, there he is. Are you serious? Wait, hold on.
Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
Your fortune. All right. So I'm going to look at this here. What are the key aspects of Circle? I mean, this is amazing. Like, I'm telling you what, for those people that already know about XRP and all this, what we're seeing here is something that all of us kind of already know. See, sometimes you know stuff, but you just don't have evidence for it. Now, USD Circle is directly accessible on the XRP ledger without relying on bridging mechanisms. Oh, so Circle is going to run on the XRP ledger, not Ethereum, not Bitcoin, none of this Pancake Swap, DAG, or whatever, all the dumb shit stuff people trying to get. Circle Mint and API. Circle's institutional platform called Circle Mint and its APIs now fully support USD Circle on the XRP ledger, enabling streamlined access to liquidity and integration into various applications. Supported use cases. The integration facilitates real-time global payments. Oh, man. But Crypto Hulk, I remember what I was telling you. I was talking about, remember how I told you we're supposed to believe that only Stellar is going to handle the small and mid-size, and then only Ripple's going to do the large stuff. What we're seeing here is everything's going on the XRP ledger. Yeah, Circle may be handling small to mid-size stuff for now, but it's on the XRP ledger. That's actually pretty amazing. But if you follow my channel, remember how I was showing you about the Interledger protocol lately? How in 2014, Evan Schwartz, oh yeah, Crypto Hulk, now I'm starting to remember. It was always the plan. I've been showing you this, where I keep showing you the Wikipedia Interledger protocol, where Ripple designed, it was Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas. Those two guys made something called Codius. And Crypto Hulk's been telling you about Codius for a few years now. No other channel talks about it. All Codius is dead. That's a dead project. They aren't using that anymore. I'm like, wow, you're so fucking stupid. You got that dick so far up your ass, it's squeezing the oxygen in your brain. Well, that's where your brain is, in your ass. That's why it's not that. I'm not talking about a 3-foot long dick. I'm talking about a little 1-inch dick squeezing your brain because your brain's in your asshole. I've been telling you about Codius for 3 years, okay? And showing you what no other channel is showing you. Now, I just recently showed you in the internet at HTTP 402, I showed you the Wikipedia article about Interledger Protocol. Stefan Thomas, Evan Schwartz made something called Codius. They put it into what you call the Interledger Protocol and then gave that to the internet. The internet took that and put it into the placement holder called HTTP 402. And since 2014, there's been a one world payment system in the internet waiting for the past 10 years. Now, the internet, from what I understand, for us was created in 1997 or 6. I know it's been around before that. I'm talking about for us, for people that are not government, so the internet for us in 1997 came about, okay? But they left a placement holder in the internet for a one world payment system. That was the ultimate goal. They didn't have the tech back then. Now, we go back to Bretton Woods. This gets pretty amazing right now. Oh, wait. Okay, so hold on to your... So after World War II, they came out with something called Bretton Woods. And the International Monetary Fund, they came up with a world money called a Standard Drawing Rights, an SDR. That was kind of like intended to be a world's money. It didn't work. They didn't have the tech. So that was like 1947 or 8 or whatever, somewhere 49. About 40 years later, the internet as we know it today came out in 97. So 50 years after, close to 50 years after the World War ended, they came up with a standard drawing rights. Jeffrey Gaylord just dropped $50. Very cool. Nice one. Must have made some money. Mr. OG buried Codius. Yeah, but Codius is dead. I was telling everybody this 3 years ago. Nobody else was talking about it. People are like, oh, Crypto, you don't know. That Codius was buried. I'm just like, wow. These fucking dummies. That's why I had to stop going on Twitter Spaces and stuff. These people don't even fucking know. Even you got these people that work as coders and all, they don't even have a fucking clue. These fucking dummies get on there and talk all kinds of dumb shit. I can't even waste my fucking time. So the internet came about after 50 years of Bretton Woods and the standard drawing rights. A placeholder was put in the internet so that one day they knew. Now, back in 97, Elon Musk was all out there tearing it up when the payments. Elon Musk, I have a feeling Elon Musk could have replaced all the banks back in 1997. I already showed the evidence. We were talking about all the Codius stuff years ago. You can go back to around fall of 2022. My shows back then, I would deep dive all the shit from the 1997 crypto stuff. I did a lot of research with Elon Musk and all that and unearthed a lot. And that's what I found. So in 97, that's when a placeholder put in. Now in 2014, so 17 years later, Ripple hit the scene. The government, which is Ripple, I've been telling you, these other channels, wow, it's so sad. They have no idea at all about what all this is. So 17 years after 1997, when the internet was created for us, they put a placeholder in there. And then 14 years later, Ripple comes up with Codius, with what they call the Interledger Protocol, gave that. You're just going to give something like that away? Come on now. Come on, man, as Joe Biden says. So at 2014, they made a transaction. It went from Bitstamp to some GateHub thing. They moved to Bitcoin or whatever they did. I can't remember exactly. And then it officially worked, and everything's been Don't say nothing. Stop. Don't say nothing. Everything's been quiet till then. Basically, what just happened then, it's a big secret. The internet was officially on RippleNet. Just saying. Now, don't tell anybody. But it was already determined in 2014 that the internet would run on the XRP ledger. Ta-da! Pretty amazing little ghost story, huh? Now, what just recently happened is Coinbase comes up with an X402. Oh, now that's very similar to the HTTP 402. They come up with X402. BlackRock, the biggest company in the world, basically is running Coinbase right now. I'm not saying Coinbase will be successful and I have no idea. I don't care. What I'm looking at is how the fuck are they coming up with the 402? You know what that is? The X402 is like a one world payment platform. Oh, that's interesting. Because the other one's called HTTP 402, and that's with Ripple. So I don't have all the answers, everybody. I'm just showing you coincidences and things that are connecting. I don't have all the answers. If I was, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be sitting on some yacht somewhere with fucking 3 million bottles of fucking who knows what. And so just something for you to think about there, buddy. So yeah, Circle is on top of the XRP ledger. Just saying, okay, just saying, but we all know, I'm going to tell you right now, everything is going on top of that fucking ledger, okay? The internet, let me just wrap this up. Every single crypto platform as we speak now, whether it's Stronghold, White Rock, whatever kind of shit you're thinking of, all of it is going to be on top of the XRP ledger. The world will run on top of everything in the whole fucking world. Let's just include it all. Let's throw in everything on this deal. We're throwing everything at the wall and everything's going to stick, okay? I told you already, you're going to have like Ripple's the highway. Ripple's the highway, and you're going to see all kinds of cars driving on top of the Ripple highway. That's how this goes. Now, some cars will be really broke, and they'll be in a Ripple tow truck, okay? That'll be like your Ethereum and Bitcoin. The really useless shit will be that. And I say it again because in 2014, the World Wide Web Association Consortium, the W3C, World Wide Web, and then Consortium, they adopted the Interledger Protocol, which is Codius, and a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is exactly because I'm not a coder. I know that Codius is in there and a bunch of good stuff. A whole bag of tricks, okay, that the government invented was put into the Interledger Protocol. And that was given to the World Wide Web Consortium to go into the placeholder HTTP 402. Ripple is already in the internet, ready to go and waiting for the past 11 years. That's how I already know this. It's not me guessing. Well, gee, Crypto Hulk, are you guessing that the whole world's going to run on the XRP ledger? No, it already is planned for that. I just showed you the evidence. I told you the evidence. It's already planned out. It's already been put in place. The XRP ledger, the Interledger Protocol, which contains Codius, was gifted to the World Wide Web Consortium in 2014. They made a transaction on it. They moved a Bitcoin, like a Bitcoin from the Bitcoin ledger to the Ripple ledger to GateHub, whatever the shit was. So it officially moved crypto, and that they tested it and it worked. This is already planned out. It's not Crypto Hulk's opinion. It's fact. It's already worked into the internet from 11 years ago. There was already a chosen crypto platform. It's XRP Ledger. This isn't an opinion. It's not my hope. It's already fucking done. Son. Okay? That's what we do on Crypto Hulk Show. We deal with facts. unless it's my opinion, then I'll tell you this is my opinion now. That's what I do. But the mere fact that everything on the planet will run on the XRP ledger is fact. It's already done. It's already put into the There's no other cryptocurrency put into the HTTP 402 placeholder in the internet. There's no other one. There's just one. So now, the crypto honk, why are we not rich now? I don't fucking know. That doesn't matter to me. I already know I won. I just don't know when I win and start cashing out. But crypto honk, it makes me mad. Well, I'm sorry, dude. Go see a therapist. Get some help or something. Or, I don't know, watch midget porn with your boyfriend and your name's Jim or Jeffrey or something or Gary. I don't fucking know, man. Just fucking deal with it. Buy the crypto because it's cheap, right? And shut your fucking mouth and just wait till it happens. Put your shit in Caleb and Brown and then wait like the rest of us. Sorry, that's your answer. Oh, but it's not the answer I wanted. No, I got to watch a program where they tell me what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear about rockets and moon shots and stuff, man. I want to see I want to see staking and all kinds of stuff, man. We got to do something on this channel, man. No, one thing we got to do is get you off the fucking channel because you sound like a blibbering retard. Okay. Crypto Hulk, if only had $30 to buy coins, which one would you buy? Well, there's a lot to that question. So I'm going to have to assume a lot of shit. Let's assume that you don't have any crypto. I mean, you didn't tell me anything. So now I can't answer that by, I got to know if you have crypto or not. And I'd have to say, do you have the cryptos that like we talk about on the show? Because if you don't have any crypto, my first answer will be XRP at $2 a piece. So you buy 15 XRPs. Once you have a certain amount of XRPs, then you're going to have some of the other ISO cryptos. I don't have all the ISOs myself, but we talk about which ISOs there are. So, I mean, just if you're a person who has no crypto at all, XRP is like your standard duh. Now, after you got XRP, I mean, it's a payments crypto. So I would probably get something else like XDC, a supply chain logistics type of stock bond derivatives, kind of a crypto like XDC. You know, I mean, this is just me personally, but I personally don't buy Ripple and Stellar because they're both payment cryptos. So I like to buy something different, like buy one payments crypto, one of this kind, one utility crypto, one security. See what I mean? Like move it around a little. I mean, I got Flare. I got different cryptos because they do different things. So, but I'm not telling you not to buy Stellar or nothing. Had I got into Stellar first, then I probably wouldn't have gotten XRP because I'm not trying to have two payments cryptos. I mean, or three or four. Like, just I want each crypto that I got to be the best at what they do. So I felt at the time that XRP was the best, and I still feel that it's the best. And then I picked the different cryptos that are on my Caleb Brown account for different reasons. And then I made shows on them to teach you why did I get the Root Network? Why did I get this? Why did I get that? You know, why did I get Zibek, ZK Sync? Because I looked at it, and ZK Sync at the time, and probably still is now, is like your number 2 crypto for tokenizing real world assets. And pretty soon it's probably going to overtake Ethereum because Ethereum's fucking garbage. So ZK Sync could be the number 1. So there's reasons why I got the different cryptos that I did. I'm not going to get all the same one. I'm not going to put all my money into one crypto. And I don't want to buy a bunch of similar cryptos. Like if somebody else is doing something similar to ZK Sync, well, ZK Sync's already number 2. So I'm not going to buy like a number 3 or 4 crypto that does tokenizing now, unless they're direct partnership. Then it depends on who their direct partnership. So that's your answer. I don't have there's no magical shit answer for that, man. So there you go. All right. Marquand Cole. I'm still trying to get to this article shit. Eric G. Goldsmith, thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Knuckle Dragger, top of the morning to you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. Of course, Jeffrey Gaylord. Okay, now we're looking at Guggenheim. Well, we started off with Circle, so that's pretty amazing. Circle's running on the XRP ledger. Whew, wow. You know what? Because I kind of had feelings about that about a month ago. Remember I was saying, I think Ripple's going to either buy out Circle. A lot of people were talking about that, but I just kind of felt something was going on with Circle and Ripple. I didn't know exactly what, but I didn't know how it's going to play out or whatever. But I started seeing them kind of either Ripple taking over Circle. That's kind of like what I was seeing a month ago. Like I kind of knew something was up. I started seeing a lot of Ripple doing shit that should be with small to mid-sized enterprises. Ripple was signing contracts or working with small to mid-size. And I'm like, wait a second now. A month ago, I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't looking right. Then people are like, Ripple's not going to buy Circle Crypto Hook. I'm just like, well, this is just what I'm seeing. I don't know what I'm seeing. It's just I'm seeing something here. Well, now it makes sense. So about the time when I felt something's going on with Ripple and Circle, they were behind the scenes. Now Circle's running on top of Ripple. So I guess all those feelings I had, there's something going on because maybe I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew something was going on. I was close enough to the fire, but I didn't get burned. So let's go to the other article here. But yeah, it's weird how Circle runs on Stellar, and then Stellar is running on. Now maybe Circle. Oh, what were to happen? Okay, so now I just saw this. Something just clicked in my head. It's probably the drug use. Hold on, I need to snort another line of Coke. Okay, all right. What if? See, Circle's running on Stellar, right? Okay, that's what we're told at least. What if Circle decouples off Stellar? Uh-oh, not good, and runs just on their XRP ledger. How about that? Circle needs interoperability, right? Well, Stellar's got Allbridge. What if, is anybody else kind of seeing what I'm seeing, or is it just me and all the drugs? What if Circle just doesn't use Stellar anymore and utilizes Axelar instead of Allbridge? I don't even know if Circle's using Allbridge, but I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. Just a little bit of stinking thinking. But yeah, what if
I see you over there.
Hey, come on now. But yeah, what if? That would be like a bad thing to happen to Stellar, wouldn't it? Circle just leaves Stellar, throws it away like an old pair of shoes, hooks up with the new 26-year-old hottie, and dumps poor Stellar, and they're sitting there all by themselves. Wah, 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 wah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Brian, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. Frisbee says, you read my mind with Axelar, Hulk. I see a bunch of crazy moves. See that? Thanks for bringing that up. Frisbee. What if? Now, that's a good point. See? Working as a team. Frisbee is now part of the Crypto Hulk team, what if that's the reason why Axelar spiked? Because of that news. That's interesting. Some of these developers, somebody knew and they started buying the fuck out of Axelar. And then it set Axelar. Not everybody knew. A handful of people, like some developers knew, or maybe everybody at Stellar knew this was going to happen. Maybe there's 100 people at Stellar. So they go start buying up Axelar and shit. Those 100 people, you saw what happens when we talk about a crypto, it whoop like that, right? Because for me, when Axelar took off and went nutso to like 52 cents or some shit, I was like, what the fuck? What news did Axelar come up with? Because I didn't hear any. See, that's another thing is like, if I don't see fundamental news, I can't put money into something. Like, why? Why the fuck is Axelar going up? Now, maybe something happened and I didn't see it. That's a very strong possibility. I don't know everything. Can somebody tell me right now that might know, why did Axelar go up to 52 cents or something? Was there some news? Did I miss something like 3 days ago or something like that? Was it, or 3-4 days ago? Axelar just took off like crazy. Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. I got to write that one down. Oh, my God. Hold on, everybody. 46 JDMA. Okay. Welcome to the channel, and thank you very much for the $500. I'll try to contact you on Twitter if you want to become a part of the $500 club. I put your screen name and shit on there. That's pretty amazing. Zolfart Crypto is the best one. Never low, always high. Current prices. Sign me up. Thanks, Hulk. Well, that's what we do here. We got the toy fortune teller. So I'm just trying to figure this out because I'm having a moment of clarity here. So let me check these comments. What caused Axelar to go up? Does anybody know? Because I'm trying to figure this shit out. And while somebody answers that, I'm looking through the comments. Axelar got listed to Upbit or something like that. Okay, that's not enough to do a 100%. Like, if I heard that, I'm like, not a big deal. So now Axelar integrates with JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank for cross-border pay. Now that's fucking big news to me. Like, I'd be like, oh. Axelar hooks up with the clearinghouse. Oh, fuck. That's going to be a 200% increase right there. 200-300 maybe for that. But I didn't hear shit. But I'm not saying nothing happened. Just I didn't hear it. I'm wondering why. Because I look through crypto news every fucking day. So somehow maybe I just missed it. But I don't know why Axelar would go up 100+% or something. It would go from like 22 cents or 25 cents up to 52. I'm skeptical of that, unless I should have heard something. Maybe I should trade out half of my Stellar for Axelar. I'm slacking on my Axelar bag, says Chris Sharpie. Axelar popped, primarily driven by its listing on Upbit. Okay, a major South Korean currency. So it didn't really have any real difference to real world use case. They just hooked up. So instead of just working with BlackRock as something that's famous, now they're working on Upbit. But still, to me, that's not a big deal, but okay. Probably a YouTuber that had a lot of followers told them some good news. Gee, I wonder who that would be. XR's at 41 cents. Okay, so it's going down. It's going down. Now, to the person that asked, would I sell Stellar to get some Axelar? Stellar's it's been down for the longest time. Not that it's bad. Okay, it's the price has been down. That's it. And guess what? Price doesn't mean shit. Okay, what I do with price when I see, okay, all right, before I go and maybe buy a crypto, I want to see it's at its lowest point historically if I can. That's like the most ideal point. And if not, then I'm not a trader, but it's just what I sell. Okay, if it was just me telling my friend and not telling you, yeah, I'd sell off half my Stellar, but I'd wait on Axelar till it goes down more. It should be 22 cents or a quarter. When it hits a quarter, that would be my time, not your time. My time. Well, it's too late. It's too early to drink Crypto Hulk. It's only 7:41. It's not time for my time. But yeah, I'd get Axelar definitely. Like that's Stellar. Well, okay. I would feel comfortable, me personally, selling off half my Stellar and putting it into Axelar when Axelar gets down to like fucking 25 cents or some shit. So what I want you to do probably is find Axelar like a month ago and right before it took off, right in the middle there, that's kind of the price where I would buy it at. I don't know about you, but I'm not buying it now at 40 cents. If Axelar hits 30, it's starting to look really, really good. If you can get it below 30, then okay, that's a great deal. But this whole come back down and get it at a price that it was like 3 weeks ago. Get out go price. That's what I'd say. Axelar and Circle are partners. Yeah, because naturally, if Circle is on the XRP ledger and Ripple is a partner, like look, Jed McCaleb, the guy that made Stellar, helped make the XRP. So see how it's all kind of connected. Remember now, all good cryptos will work together. All right. So it's not like there's a king. What is Ripple's XRP? Or what is the XRPL? It's not Ripple's XRP. It's the XRP ledger was designed by Jed McCaleb, David Schwartz, and all these people. So Jed McCaleb left, went to make Circle. So the same guy that made XRP, I'm just using terms that are easy to understand. The same guy that made XRP went off to make XLM. It's the same fucking shit, the same people that made it, okay? So you see how that relationship, then Circle gets on top of Stellar. Now that and we're live again. Looks like YT shut the program off. But what we got going on is I don't know how this is going to play out, but I knew a month ago. I knew something's going on with Ripple and Stellar Circle thing. That's why I was bringing all that shit up. So now the question for me is Circle going to go directly on top of the XRPL? And if so, where does that leave Stellar? Stellar just lost out. Or is Circle still piggybacking on top of Stellar? And then that Stellar, the Stellar blockchain isn't going to get put on top of the XRP ledger unless it's already done right now that we don't know of. I don't know these kinds of things. These are just things I'm bringing up. I'm not a coder. I'm not a tech person. I have no idea. I'm just saying this. If Circle is running on the XRP ledger, where does this leave Stellar? Does anybody have that answer? Is Stellar on top of the XRP ledger and then Circle's on top of that? Or did Circle just kick out the Stellar platform and go right on top directly of the XRP ledger? Does anybody have that answer? Because this is outside of my area. Yeah, we know XLM is for retail and XRP. We know that. My question is, you have a retail-focused Stellar that was supporting Circle. Now we know that Circle is going to be on the ledger, XRP ledger. Where does this leave Stellar? That's my question. Ask the AI. That's fucking brilliant. Wait. No. Don't leave. And everybody's going to leave. Then there won't be anything left for Crypto Hulk Show. You guys are all going to just trust Google AI and shit and all this open chat and chat GPT. And or where does it leave little old me? Where Grok? Oh my God. Ask, I see. To fucking answer